argue every month.
What's up, people? Shout out to B. Scott. I'm an original love muffin. I love him so much. All right, guys, I just am here for another daily motivational video where we use the tarot to become the alchemists of our lives. A little bit about me. I do not just use the tarot. I use God and cusses in the same sentence, and I may mispronounce some things, but if it does not stop Charlamagne like God, it will not stop me. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Angel number 23 and angel number 30. I hope that this message finds you at peace, and I hope that you're feeling well and feeling good, and if not, I hope that this message could give you a little bit of a smile. All right, so let's go. What is this? Hold on. Oh. God, what do we need to hear today, God? What do you want to remind us of today, God? What information do you have for us to become the alchemists of our lives, to help bring heaven on earth, or just to do magic in public? Please deliver these messages to me and through me as clear as possible. In God's name I pray. Ashe. All right, y'all. Ooh. Let's do it. So, let's see if we get any poppers. None. Okay. I didn't think so. All right. Ooh, I love. So God wants to remind you that you are a creator. I want you to say, I am a creator. I am a creator. All right, let me stop. Everything around me began as a thought. My clothes, my home, even the roads I drive on were once just thoughts. When I take the time to contemplate my surroundings, I grasp all the thoughts that took place to create the world. Likewise, my thoughts have created things. My thoughts create my actions, and therefore create my life as I know it. Therefore, I strive and I desire to think about my desires optimistically. I am a creator. So God wants to just remind you today that you are a creator. I don't know. I feel like for some of you guys, I've been getting this message very strong lately, that you've been having some ideas that you've been wanting to do, some changes that you want to make, maybe some things that you want to birth in the world. And maybe this may be just a little bit of doubt in your mind. You may not think that you got it, but God is just trying to remind you that you do have it, and that everything first began as a thought. Down to our clothes, down to the chairs that we are sitting in, down to the cars that we are driving. They all first started right here. And then eventually someone had the courage to bring them to reality. So God is reminding you and telling you that you can do the same thing. Underneath this, God is saying, I am receptive. Oh my God, doubling down on what I was saying. I am open to new ideas. I am willing to try different methods, and I consider alternative viewpoints. I welcome intellectual stimulation. I am receptive. And so what God is trying to tell you is that is how, so I've really been getting this message very strong, that those ideas that we have been getting, those dreams that we have, those visions that flash in our minds, the things that, God is saying that you can birth into the world, that is our answer to our prayers. Angel number 320. God is trying to let you know that, in order for him to bless you, there's going to take action on your part. The idea that he's giving you is the answer to your prayer. So now it's time for you to be receptive and to be willing to try something differently. You have to know that you cannot solve your life or solve any problem or change anything in your life with the same mindset that created the problem, correct? And if you are doing something over and over and you're not getting your desired outcome, you have to know that maybe it's time to start something different. God is saying that if you want this change, if you want to attract new things into your life, because we also have I am attraction, like a magnet. What I put into the world, I get back. If I lead with negativity, I receive negativity. If I lead with positivity, I receive positivity. Therefore, I lead with positivity. I am attraction. And honestly, angel number 419, I feel like what God is saying is that you have been such a good person. You're not somebody who necessarily, like, you may have hurt people, but you never do anything with ill intention. You never have, you never. It's just like, I just feel like you're just not a fucked up person. Like, I just feel like you're just, at your heart, you're a genuinely good person. And God is saying, why don't you feel like you deserve to receive the things that you've given out? So especially like, say, women, we get in these relationships with people who take advantage of us and take advantage of our love. And Sometimes instead of being like, you know what, that wasn't the person for me, God must have somebody better for me, God must have something that is going to be, that's going to fulfill me. Instead of thinking that way, we be like, you know what, I'm never going to allow somebody to do that. And we shut ourselves down and we stop the things that we want to attract in our life. I really feel like what God is saying is that if you have been trying your best and you have been putting good energy out there, if you have been trying to be a good person, then why don't you think that good things can come to you? And he's saying the only reason probably why the good things that are not coming to you is because you're not being receptive to it. You're not being willing to try something different. I feel like you're just so comfortable and so safe in your little warm and fuzzy safe hole, but yet deep down inside you want more. So God is saying, why are you denying that you want more? We have to just admit that we want the things that we want. There's nothing wrong with wanting what we want, but we have to be willing to step up and to actually bring those things to life. So God, clarify this message of creator and being receptive, along with being knowing that we are attraction, knowing that like a magnet, whatever we put out into the universe comes back to us. What are you trying to get us to understand about our power? Ooh, look at that. Angel number 620, God is saying you're not trapped. You are not trapped. This woman, she has a rope around her. There's all type of swords around her. So when I see those swords, I think about communication. I think about you speak death over yourself. You say you stop yourself as soon as you ask for something. You immediately be like, but that can't happen, or that's being silly. It's like you're just putting yourself in your own cage. There's a blindfold. You can't see. You're not seeing the reality of your situation, or maybe you're refusing to see the reality of your situation, and that is why you are stuck. And that is why you can't create the new reality you want. Or maybe you're just so blocked and so stuck in your mindset and the way of you doing things that you're not allowing yourself to be receptive to the ideas that God is giving you. God is giving you the answers, angel number 717, but you have to be strong enough to try to find a way to get yourself out of this predicament. God says the answer to this is go on new horizons. Look at things differently. Stand in your power. Ground yourself down. Look at your roots. Look at where you want to go. Angel number 738. Be willing to go into your emotions. Be willing to accept that you want more. Be willing to accept that you want to expand. You don't want things to stay the way they are. You want more. So why? Look at how opposite this energy is. This is you inside, but this is your actual situation. So God is saying, what are you going to do? For you guys who refuse to allow yourself to put your talents out there, your gifts out there, you have to understand it's an exchange of energy. What you put out into the world is what you give back. But if you're refusing to put anything out, if you're refusing to expand, how are you going to get the things that you want in life? Angel number 833, God is trying to get you to understand it's on you. You have to make the choice of how you're going to live life. You got to make the choice on how you're going to plan to move forward. Look at that. I did all that shuffling and it's still there. For some of you guys, I don't know why, but you feel like you're trapped. You feel like you just don't feel like you can create anything differently. Now, what tool do you have for us to kind of come out of this Eight of Swords energy, God? How can we untrap ourselves for situations? How can we become receptive to new ideas? How can we open ourselves up to knowing that we are creative? How can we be receptive to new ideas and just know that we're worthy of giving all of the energy and the time that we have been given out? God say just know inside your soul. But God, what if they don't know? What if it's hard for them to know? What if they feel like you haven't listened? Ooh, look at that. This is so funny. Angel number 952. My life is as good as allow it to be. God is trying to get you to understand you can speak life or death over yourself. Your life is going to be as good as you allow it to be. This card reads, many people focus upon unwanted things with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance system within them. And then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get the results from their actions. So then they try harder of offering more actions, but still things do not improve. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life is simply as good as you allow it to be. So what this card is saying, if you continue to focus on unwanted, you're going to continue. If you continue to think, I'm trapped, there's nothing I can do, I can't change, this is the best for me, you're going to keep feeling this way. You're going to keep spinning yourself and putting yourself in this position. But if you allow, or in the same thing of, oh, I can't afford to go on no vacation. I can't afford to be good to myself. I can't afford to have nice things. If you continue to have that mindset, you will keep all those things from you. What God is saying is that he wants you to become aware of the things that you want. He wants you to leave behind the drama. He wants you to pick your battles wisely. Move away from sneaky people and walk towards your victory. He's telling you to change your beliefs so that you can get the healing that you ultimately deserve. He's telling you to learn how to tame your beasts and to walk away from the things that are no longer fulfilling to you. And the way that you do that is by being the high priestess and always keeping your 10 of cups at hand. I can keep pulling. He's saying it's not magic. It all starts, and look at this. As soon as I look down, this was right in the middle. I gotta get my setup together because I want y'all to be able to see these cards because this is kind of insane. He's saying it all starts with your belief. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life is simply as good as you allow it. God is trying to get you to understand that whenever I am attracting good, I am feeling good. That's why he's asking you to turn away from those things. It don't matter how much fucking time you put into it. It don't matter how much energy you put into it, how much effort you put into it, how many years you've been into it. If it makes you feel like shit, it has to go. If it makes you feel like you have to tiptoe around your feelings, tiptoe with your feelings, it has to go. Because the thing is, the shit that you're holding on is stopping you from getting to the victory. It's stopping you from getting from the healing that you ultimately want. Angel number 1255. You keep telling God, I want a family. I want a business. I want happiness. This is what you're saying you want. But yet, this is your energy towards it. You don't believe. You're refusing to change. All it takes is just a little bit of effort to get to the life of your dreams. When you think a thought of upliftment and abundance or well-being, you are filled with a feeling of pure emotion. You may trust that the way you feel as an indicator to which side of the subject, which is really two subjects. That's why it's always important to focus on what makes you feel good. Whether it is the subject of money or the lack of it, or health or the lack of it, or a relationship or the lack of one, always when you are feeling good, you are in a place of attracting what you are wanting. That's why God is saying, tame that beast. That's why he's telling you to pick your battles wisely. Be the emperor of your life. The reason why you don't have the people that you want in your life is because you are in the wrong energy. You just got to switch it up. You got to be willing to turn away from what no longer serves you so that you can really unite with the things that are for you. I'm not going to pull no more cards. I can always pivot from bad to good. All right, God, let's clarify this message. Let's wrap this up in one bow. It's going to be a good way to wrap this up. God, what happens to us if we allow ourselves to Angel number 15. I'm going to get one card from here. God, what are you trying to get us to understand about choosing ourselves? About walking away from the things that no longer serve us? Walking away from habits, ideas, people's beliefs that are no longer serving to us. Did y'all see that? I can't read all that, too much. How do we change our belief system? How do we believe that we are creators? How do we open ourselves up to new ideas? And how do we know that all of the energy that we've put out, we are going to receive back if only we just change our attitude? God, just give us one card that'll wrap this all up, to clarify this message of I am a creator and I am receptive. One card, please, God. Y'all, these cards out here are so beautiful, though. It's like, God is like, all you got to do is just turn away from the bullshit. Turn away from the bullshit. And it'll open up for you. Trust yourself and it'll open up. Because right in the middle is still this Hierophant. That's so crazy. All right. Last shuffle. Angel number 1, 2, 3. We taking the right steps into the right direction. He said our card is on the top. The grandmother. What's underneath this? The builder. God is trying to teach us how to build a new reality. Look, the creator, receptive, building. Healing. Let's see. What does the builder mean? If you selected the builder, the external perception you have of yourself or how you think others see you can get you into trouble. You have to learn how to search deeply within yourself to find out why you have taken on certain roles in life. Authenticity to self and honesty with others is key. It is very difficult to acknowledge that you may have not been honest with yourself or with the others you care and love for. So what God is asking you in this reading, He's not beating you up and he don't want you to go, he doesn't want you to beat yourself up. But he is asking you to think about the roles that you have chosen to take on and why have you chosen to take on those roles? Why do you have to be the one to solve everything? Why do you have to be the one that got to be the bigger person all the time? Why do you have to be the one to prove to this person that they're worthy of love? God is saying turn away from all things that are no longer serving you, no matter how much time you have put into it. Angel number 1748. You use insight and wisdom to activate life. With grandmother energy, you hold the wisdom of the generations. Grandmother, you bring a sense of balance to us with your wisdom. On the waking path, you are so wise that people say you are an old soul. You have good sense. People rely on you for your wisdom. Your love and warmth come from your experience of having lived through difficult times. You have the ability to hold the soft and hard parts of everyone. You are mighty in your wise course of action in life. Because you take your time, you rarely make mistakes. Your inner sight creates your calmness and forthrightness. Your deep understanding and sound judgment makes you the sage that you are. They feel you have inside information that you won't tell. You can also be seen as severe and difficult, but deep understanding draws them to you because they can learn some important lessons about themselves. With your wisdom, you help people develop their sensibilities and hold onto their sanity. At the same time, when on the sleeping path, others can perceive you as skew, crafty, secretive, and maybe even mischievous. Angel 1911. You may use your sound judgment in such a critical way that it works against you. You may be misusing your ability to persuade. You may be misusing your ability to persuade, causing you to appear opinionated. Your critical nature sometimes keep you outside of family or community. You drift apart. You drift along the sleeping path as you feel as if you are being ignored. This creates a fear of being erased from the hearts of others. You may even add to this feeling of abandonment by disappearing emotionally or physically. You may feel as though you are suffering from some mistake in your judgment. Even though you are simply trying to help people, your critical nature may be an expression of your anger at how others see you or how your fear of being seen as difficult. Although you know yourself to be warm, giving, and wonderful, you might still find yourself in a vicious cycle of judging others and having them judge you as insensitive. You really don't want to fulfill the stereotype of a difficult personality, so you may close off and go into perpetual soul sleeping by withholding your wisdom. Withholding your wisdom will only increase the chances of your own disappearance. Your wise abilities can be used to help you remain in sagehood. Being critical is an old child rearing practice our mothers used for discipline. It has a long tradition deriving from old ways that brutally force conformity, such as slavery or involuntary servitude. There is no need to tame each other. In our relationships, instead, our energy can be used in creating environments in which tenderness is nurtured and not beaten down for the sake of toughening up. Grandmother, when you deliver your messages of wisdom when it is wanted, you will find yourself more valued and appreciated. Wait to see if someone is asking for your guidance. Trust that everything that comes to mind does not need to be spoken. At the same time, honor your awareness of the wisdom in your bones as a rare gem of life. Angel number 2133. And so, beautiful people, I will end this message by saying this week or this month, be mindful of your speaking. Be mindful of how you speak to yourself and be mindful how you speak to others, because you can either speak life over yourself or you can speak death to yourself and to others. So this month, if you do truly want to be the creator of your life, if you truly want to create and bring different energy in your life, do something differently, speak something differently, and think something differently. All right, y'all, that's all the messages I have for you. If you made it to the end of this video, please give me a thumbs up. If not, please give me your key takeaways down below. Until we meet again, dream those dreams, never let the internet rush you, and never ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Namaste. See you soon.